Okay. Reviewing and preparing data for a registry. You got a ceremony coming up. First thing you do, jump onto Bubble and go to the calendar. In the calendar, select the ceremony that you want to prepare for. The first step is I would normally jump in, have a look at the information. You'll see their preferred names. Obviously, their full details are in there. You shouldn't need to go in there. And I also check in notes, see if there's anything in notes that could be of interest, and also add-ons. Okay, in the add-ons, I can see that they've ordered a registered certificate of marriage, which I will need to order for them once I've registered their marriage. You'll also notice that that should be covered here as well. Obviously, the date of the ceremony, and then I can slide down and I actually read, they met in a club and they want a kiss. So just familiarise myself with the couple, and then I need to prepare the paperwork. So then I click on to sign documents and slide down to fill form. In there, I grab my form 15, then I'm going to print the certificate on, and I type in the MC number and click generate. That's going to generate the data to go into e-registry. That normally only takes a couple of minutes, and it will bring up that little icon there. I click on that, and that's going to copy that data for me, and then I go into e-registry. And okay, there's e-registry. And I log on the same way that you would normally log on to e-registry. At this point, I click on New Marriage Notification and click on that. That's exactly the same as the normal processing. That opens a blank form for you. At this point, now depending on whether you're using a Mac or Windows, if you're using a Mac, you press Option Command J and it'll open this little panel here. If you're actually using a Windows machine, you need to include or press Control Shift I. That's Control Shift I. These will be on the notes for you to check out. And that will open up this console here. You'll notice it's in blue console. Because we've copied the data out of Bubble, we can just paste it in there how you would normally do that, and then hit return or enter. That's going to copy it in. As you've seen, it's starting to fill in the data as it goes down the page here. It normally takes about 10 seconds to go through. If you can see this blinking cursor over here, once that stops blinking, you'll know that it's all been loaded. It's still blinking, you can see, but it brought up this QReg. First step is then to click save. That's going to save all the data that you've just uploaded in there. At this point, I just scroll through just to check everything is good and there's no errors in here, looking for any red. Now, red comes up generally around the date of birth or the years, but here's another one. What's happened here? Dobson, it's not a capital, and it should be a capital. Caps all the way through, so I just copy that in there or paste that in there. Look for any others, and there's another one there. Toulon, capital. So I'll put that T-E-U-L-O-N. Great, and then hit save again. That should take care of everything. Just as a double check, just go through. No more red highlights to say there's any issues. So we're all good. So what we've done now is we've copied the data from Bubble into e-registry, ready for you to produce your certificates and documentation.